Don't do this. I'm talking from experience, guys. Hello dudes and dudesses, welcome to yet another tutorial on an iron farm, this time the smallest iron farm in the Nether. It does look a bit like the smallest iron farm in Minecraft that I built for the overworld, but it is a bit bigger because there are some special challenges to building an iron farm in the Nether. One thing is that how do you kill the golems? You could use hoglins or drop them and then put them into lava, but then that wouldn't be the smallest iron farm in Minecraft, would it? So I used magma blocks. I discovered that iron golems spawn on magma blocks. However, that would be a very, very slow death and slow down the yield of the farm, so I combined it with lava like this. So you can see they die from a combination of magma block damage and lava damage. Another challenge is collecting. You cannot use water streams, so I just opted for a simple minecart hopper collection system, and it works fine, as you can see. And then there's this. This is the central thing that controls everything, because there's yet another challenge except the lava. It's also to have the villager or the zombie moving up and down, and in fact we don't. We have a piston pushing something up and down so that the villagers actually can sleep, breaking the line of sight, and it's all controlled by the one and same detector rail on the next layer, as you can see. So that is basically how the farm works. Now let's build this. What you need is in this chest, and probably I forgot something, but you know, roughly this is it. And I haven't counted the building blocks themselves. I just took a stack. You start off by building 9 high. I always say 9 high now, even though 7 is enough. And then I say 5 by 5 like this. It's very much like my other farms that you have seen probably. And then you build a 4 high wall of glass, and it doesn't have to be glass, but you can look through glass, and that's nice. Then you go down into the room, and then you choose a side that zombie needs to be in and push it out 3 blocks like this. Then you put in a slab like so, and you make a temporary column like this that you can put trapdoors on. So you put trapdoors like this, and this, and this. It doesn't really matter if it's 3 or 4 trapdoors. 3 is enough. And you just do this on both sides, like so. And from the bottom it should look something like this. It's important that the hole is there so the villagers cannot get out of bed and stand on there. And then you put 2 beds in pointing that way, and be careful when you put down beds in the Nether. Speaking of the intro, and 1 bed pointing this way. And then you actually use stone cutter. Of everything, a stone cutter, but you can see it's flush with the bed. It's actually 1 pixel higher than a slab, and that makes all the difference in this farm. So that's the reason why they can sleep and they can wake up. Then you put in slabs at this height, like this. As you can see, it's very much like my latest small iron farm that works on servers and in the 1.17 snapshot. And then you place down a sticky piston pointing down. And as you can see, there should be exactly 1 full block between the bed and the sticky piston, like so. Then you put another temporary block on top of that, and you go down and you place an observer looking up to, or pointing up to that block. That is the red bumblebee down to the piston. And now you can see it moved the stone cutter. So now you actually can fill in the holes like this. And you can bring in the villagers and the zombie if you want to. So, like so, and you can see they sleep. Very good. It's nighttime apparently. You never know when you're in the Nether. And then we put in a zombie and he took a bit of damage, doesn't matter. And then you remember to give him a name tag, like so. And of course, that's also a challenge with building an iron farm in the Nether. But that's how it looks so far. Then there's the detector rail, and now you can see, suddenly they can see the zombie. And now you take and build a rim like this of solid blocks all around. And yeah, that worked. So maybe you want to bring in the villagers a bit later. You can bring them in from the side, they will walk to the beds themselves. Then you take a double chest and place it like this, and you put hoppers on top of it like so. It should be any corner, just not the corner with the zombie, I suppose. And then on these two hoppers, there needs to be normal rails. Otherwise, you just build out the rails with powered rails like this. So you can see, but the pattern has to be like there's not powered rails on the hoppers. And then you need to power them. And of course you would have done this first maybe, but I wanted to show you because it's important. I use redstone like this, and the outer two layers of rail can be powered like this. But when you get into the middle, you have to be careful that you don't place them so they actually activate the piston there. So the next two will have to be one up from the other redstone. So you place it there and there, like so. And the final line will need to have redstone in both ends and away from the piston in the middle. So I can show you. You cannot touch the observer. You have to be one further away. So we just take out this one and this one, and you put redstone there, and you're all good, like so. Cool. Now it's time to build up the wall, and actually we take out this one again. I took it out one too far, so the block has to be there, and then you put a wall on it, and of course this rim is 7 by 7. The inner was 5 by 5, and you just take regular blocks, any blocks that are spawnable, and you put them like this. Now it's time to bring in the magma, and that shouldn't be hard to get in the Nether. And by the way, I built this on the Nether Roof just for you to have it. It's easier to see when I build it up here, but of course this will work in the Nether as well, the Nether below. Now you remember to fill out the corners again with solid blocks that are spawnable, like so, and you will have this nice cool looking pattern. Then you make the wall in the corners one higher and go all the way around just to keep the golems in, and he's already here because I had both the zombie and the villagers in, yeah. And I go all the way around like this, like so, and he's caught. And as you can see, that will be a slow death, as I said before. You take out the middle block and you put an observer right there. It's looking at the same detector rail, or rather the minecart activating it. You put another observer on top of it, and then you take a dispenser pointing up. In the dispenser you put a lava bucket like this, and then you take a wall, put it on top, and another wall, and then you just take out that wall there. It's just to make sure that the lava don't spread too far, and very important, you take a flower and you put it right there. It's if you don't, the farm doesn't work. Now it's time to collect the items, and you just use a regular hopper minecart like this, going back and forth, nothing to it. And you can see now every time it goes passes the middle, the lava will dispense, and every time it passes the hoppers, it will deliver what it picked up. So that's how it works. Now it's actually time to make the walls a bit higher and fill in the corners, because in the corners, if the golem spawned right in the corner, he wouldn't be touched by the lava. So that's why we build in walls here, and then we build it too high so no items will end up lying on the wall and not being collected. So let's just do like this, and now the farm is done. And you can see the reason the rail is going out there, the hopper minecart is going out there, is to collect everything. So the rates are 2.5 to 3 stacks an hour. So it's a bit less than the overworld counterpart. Alright, dudes and dudesses, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please do leave a like. It helps the channel, you know it. And if you're brand new and you like this video, do subscribe and tell your friends about it so we can get this channel growing even more. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!